Yeah, g'day guys, Steve here from Dirt Bike ADB, out on the bike again. Pretty happy about that. We're up at Echuca, just about to cross the Murray River. Just going to head north. Just come up here to do a day's work. It was sort of going to be 2 days work, but we smashed it out in a day, and so I've set my work at home in my car, and I brought the motorbike up here, and I'm disappearing up north. There's the mighty Murray. Not so mighty at the moment, it's all very dry up here. Yeah, just going to head north, roughly follow what they call the long paddock. So we're going to go from Echuca and end up at Wilcannia, and I'll turn around at Wilcannia, so up into sort of northwest central New South Wales. So yeah, should get out into the station country, as I like to call it. So yeah, it should be nice country out there. It's going to be pretty warm. It's up around 30-33 degrees for the next few days, so didn't bring any wet weather gear, but certainly we'll be trying to keep away from any rain if there's any around, but certainly it's looking pretty good at the moment. So yeah, we head north through Denilquin. I'm going to stop at Mathara and have a look at the long paddock info boards. I'll take a couple of photos so you can pause and read up on that if you so require. But other than that, we're just sort of going to head north, and I'll probably, I don't know, get to one tree, then I'll start to look for some sort of diversion route, so to speak, you know, where I get off the main road. But certainly it's a nice bit of country up through here from what I've seen, so yeah. Anyway, we might get out from behind this truck, get past a couple of vehicles, and yeah, we'll see how we go. Oi, you just stay there. Young heifer, you just stay there. Clearly you can see it's still being used as a long paddock. No better example than this. The thriving metropolis of Mathara. The long paddock story is probably best documented here, I believe. There is a website, and I'll put it up on the screen. But Mathara have got a tourist information and a lot of information about it. It's along here somewhere on the left, I reckon. Oh yeah, here it is. I doubt they'll be open today, to be perfectly honest, but being a Friday. But there'll be some information boards. I'll have to stop and have a quick look, but yeah, it doesn't look like they're open, so. But yeah, more boards than the long paddock, so I'll get a photo of those, and we'll keep going. So yeah, just had a look at the boards there. All these boards are really good, lots of information. And I didn't know the long paddock existed, or this was the cattle route, until I did that trip. What did I call it? I did a trip when I come back down through Lake Jelligo. 3 rivers and 3 weirs or something, whatever the hell I called that. And I ended up at One Tree, which is where my son had filmed an episode of the Mad Max, latest Mad Max movie, whatever that was called. And I pulled up there, and there was a little signboard about the long paddock. So that's the first I'd heard of it. So I thought, right, I'll put that in a little list of trips I want to do. So here we are doing it now. So I think this is what you'd call the start of the Hay Plains. It gets very flat out here, and as we get further north you'll find the trees disappear. And yeah, in fact that's why there was a little stop along the way called the One Tree Hotel, because there was actually only one tree out there, and that's the other side of Hay. So, but yeah, it's very flat country, and certainly we get the other side of Hay, all the trees die out fairly quickly. So, but yeah, nonetheless, quite like it out here. In the local IGA here, have a look at what's up on top of the freezers. Speedway bike, dirt bike, bull tacos. That's cool. How cool was that? Righto, so pulled into Hay, grabbed some cold beers. Well, actually, Long Island iced tea I grabbed, looking for something different, always up for a change. So I grabbed some Long Island iced teas and something to eat for tea tonight. Just thought something fresh would be nice. I've got some stuff in the backpack, but I thought, something fresh would be nice. And so we're going to head out to, I think it's called Kalyar National Park. It's only about 45 k's out of town. So yeah, well, it's on the Lachlan River. And yeah, there's a national park there, so it's always worth a look. It's sort of 44 k's that way to out to the west. But yeah, I know the road up to Baldigal here, so yeah, nothing too special there. So we'll go out and have a look. Camp on the Lachlan would be nice. As I said to my son earlier today, if I can camp on some water, that'd be nice. Oh, missed that turn off. There we go. If I camp on the water, that would be nice tonight. It's 30 degrees or something like that at the moment, so we'll just go bush, eh? Yeah, 30 degrees, so you know, it's hot enough in riding gear and everything, even with the vents open on the jacket. This is more like the roads I like to be on. A long way away from people and main roads. So I'm actually in the Kalyar National Park now, so and I'm going to keep going west until I hit the Lachlan River. So yeah. So we'll head across there. Well, I've got to say, the default software on the DMD did not have a clue where it was going. Kept wanting me to turn left, turn left, turn left. There was no road there. So yes, that was a bit of a fail. I assume this is the Lachlan River. So I'm going to get out of that and I'm going to go into HEMA maps and see what roads I can find on HEMA. So I've just come all the way through there. Yeah, right. I don't think any of these roads are actually open. So we did go through the national park. Stay that side, you stupid bush chooks. Oh no, you got to come across. Righto, there you go. Have a look at the water in the side cut. There you go. They must have got a bit of rain in the last week or two. I wouldn't like to be riding this road when it's been raining, I can tell you. They did say it'd be a dry weather road only, so yeah. Just to prove there's all manner of beasts around here. I think there's a property here. I don't think they're wild horses. Oh yeah, there's a house. Oh, that's the shearer's quarters at least. As Joe Walsh says, there were cows and horses and sheep and pigs. They were tired of the daily routine, having themselves a great big bash. They were gathering speed, and every goddamn one of their tails was a wagon. Well, found a little track leading down to the Lachlan River. Oh, watch the ruse there. Watch the bloody crab holes. Yeah, found a little track leading down to the Lachlan River. We'll see if this is any good. I'm sort of running out of options at this late hour of the day. And there's another option that I have run out of. What does this gate say? Well, that's disappointing, to be honest. Lachlan River's down there. State Conservation Park, another one over there. It's all gated off or locked up. There's only one thing for it. It's time for a Captain Morgan's Long Island iced tea. Not bad. Well, that was a bigger day than I would have liked. Now 5:20. It's time for another Long Island iced tea and a salty snack. Just camped off the road, but it is what it is. Basically wanted to beeline it to Hay and stop and have a look at some of the long paddock information, so I did that. Had a look at Picnic Point, had a look at the Edwards River, and then sort of was always the plan to beeline it to Hay, and then to work out a plan from there, which is what I did. I was going to go out to the Pooncarie or whatever it is, National Park, but that was all gated off, no good. Thought, oh yeah, the Lachlan River's on the other side of the National Park, there'll surely be somewhere to camp there. No good. So I've come across the Booligal, thought, yeah, I know a spot right on the edge of town, had a look at that, no camping signs everywhere, no good. So I've come north out of Booligal, and there's a road going down to the Lachlan River there, and a load going out to another reserve over there. Both of them gated off and padlocked. I really wasn't winning, and it's, you know, as I say, 5:20 now. It's not no time to be riding around out in these areas. There's roadkill just everywhere. So yeah. So this is it. We're 200 metres from the road, but not a disaster. Beautiful camp spot, plenty of firewood. I've got a cold iced tea and a salty snack. So not complaining. Tomorrow we'll head up to Ivanhoe and Wilcannia. Probably get an early start. Doing some big Ks on this trip. Really a good trip for a twin, really. But having said that, the old AJP never lets me down. Coming across some of those tracks today. Most of them were really good, but there was just a couple of spots where you come over a little rise and there was ruts going everywhere and sand going everywhere. I don't know, if I was on the big twin, I'd be slowing them right down. Whereas I just powered through it on the on the AJP. I did have a little bit of a tank slap moment at the moment. At one stage, doing about 80, 90 Ks. So that put the heebie-jeebies up me. But that was more about not being able to, excuse me, Not been able to see the corn chip stuck in the throat. Not been able to see the road surface. So I pulled up, had a drink, cleaned my glasses. It was all good from there on. But, yeah. So the AJP does it all pretty well. It's not going to be as luxurious on these open roads here, sitting up with a V-twin underneath you, 750 or 800 cc's, no doubt about it. But this does it pretty well. It is a very versatile bike, so yeah. Anyway, I'm going to sit back here and enjoy an iced tea and a couple of salty snacks. And when it gets dark, I'll probably cook some tea. I've got some nice risotto. I've bought a pre-packaged one from no, it's not a risotto. It's I can't remember. A noodle dish anyway. I'm going to cook that up in the frying pan, and I'll be a very happy camper after that. So this is Baird's truck stop. A little bloody spiel about a local driver. Used to do this run back in the 80s when it was all gravel. He only never made it once. A bit like Tom Cruise from Marie to Birdsville, but not quite as remote. But similar story. Yeah, try and just get up a little bit before the sun and get on the road early. Gonna be pretty warm today. But yeah, I'll be taking it pretty slow. The roos will still be bouncing around trying to find their spot for nap time. So this is the Jumping Sand Hills watering point for the cattle. So this was, sorry about the sun angle, this was sort of like set up as one of the places where, you know, there was no rivers for a long time. So obviously coming out of Boorloogal, there was the Lachlan River, and down at Hay there was the Murrumbidgee, and at Deniliquin there was the Edwards River. So again, three reliable rivers all the way up here. But we get to Boorloogal all the way to Wilcannia, which is about another 90 k's that way. They're saying on the sign that they had to put a lot of bores in, and this is the first one, so you'll go and have a look. But yeah, that's what I say. Originally this would have been a good stock route because it crossed several rivers for the initial part coming up from Echuca. So yeah, very interesting. But these signboards are everywhere. They're fantastic. And they've got a website, longpaddock.com.au I think it's called. So yeah, lots of information. But the signboards, if you can be bothered stopping, there's tons of them. So yeah, very good information. So many closed buildings and shops in these towns. Quite a nice little town though, Ivanhoe. Fair bit of history. Nice clean public toilets there. I've got a shower in the toilet. Real good information boards there. Got a pub back there. Little shop there. Lovely lady in there. Had a nice coffee and filled up with fuel. Wow, have a look at that, how green that is. Look how green this looks. That's real winter grass coming through. That's amazing. Have a look at it. It is just like pasture. Absolutely amazing. They've got some sort of bloody big rain event through here in the last 2 or 3 weeks. This will be burnt off, just dusty ground in summer. So yeah, crazy good, isn't it? If they got another rain on this, they'll have bloody 8-inch high pasture. Crazy. Absolutely crazy how good the country looks. Again, this was a good stock route, wasn't it? In good years, they'd be bringing cattle through here. They'd be absolutely fattening them up and ready for the markets as they headed south, you know. Yeah. Let's do a bit of a geological survey, hey? Hopefully the farmer won't mind if we just go up on top of the hill. Don't think we'll get up there actually. Well, it is a rocky outcrop, but it's not a big granite belt outcrop like I thought it was going to be. But nonetheless, worth a look for the view, I reckon. Nice. You won't see it on the camera. There's a little rocky outcrop over there, and that'd be the way towards Griffith and Hillston, Lake of Jellicoe. So that's where those granite belts stick out that I was talking about. This is granite as well, but it's not the big ridge lines of granite. It's just rocky outcrops. Yeah. So yeah. But there you go. That is the Long Paddock. There's a property over there, we better not get stuck up on this hill. Now we are into a full mallee scrub style country. Red sand hills with box trees and not much else. Some say it's dusty, some say it's gold because it grows the best fat lambs the market's ever sold. Definitely like the mallee here now. The mighty Darling River. Wilcannia. Well, there you go. Stone buildings. We'll have a look in town, eh? Cafe open. Beautiful old buildings, have a look at that. Wow. Queen's Head Hotel. Would have been a very busy town back in the 1800s, that's for sure. Wow, look at that, that's crazy. Sorry mate, I'm going to photobomb you. Rammed earth construction there. There you go. Wonder what the hell they're building there. The Athenaeum. So been there, done that, Wilcannia. Heading back out of town and just heading out the Menindee road now. Thought I always wanted to do this road. Just follows the Darling all the way down. Certainly not a road you can do when it's wet, so yeah. But yeah, I just grabbed a sandwich and a cold drink at Wilcannia. It's pretty warm, so yeah, we'll just cruise down to Menindee and yeah, see how far we get after that. Just depends on the road conditions. Very unusual surface this. It's a dirt road, so it's got no gravel on it, but the dirt is actually quite loose, yeah. And you'd wonder what that is up there. Is that a red sand dune? Or is that red gravel they've put on the road? I reckon it looks like a red sand dune. We have road gravel down our way in Warrigal that's that colour. It's just like, I call it a road sand. It's like a coarse sand, yeah. But I'm tipping that's a sand hill, so that'll be a sand rise. It is a sand rise. Just a sand hill. Back to dirt on the other side. Crazy, isn't it? Where did these sand hills come from? Clearly, he didn't make it. .77 litres for about 160 odd k's, I think. Yeah, not too bad. Righto, it was a very ambitious ride, this one. I knew I had to put a big day in today, and that's what we're doing. Oh, I got a sore backside, I know that. So yeah, we to get to Wilcannia in a weekend was a big ask, so I sort of, I'm not going to say cruised up to Wilcannia, but certainly had a bit of a cruise yesterday and camped just north of Balligal, so but that means I had to get to Wilcannia and back somewhere towards home tonight, so I sort of knew it was going to be a fair few k's today, which is what we've done, or what we're in the process of doing. It's about 3 o'clock now, yeah, 3:06, so we'll head down to Pooncarie, and I'll probably go via Mungo, I reckon, back across to Balronald and then maybe Moolameen and camp somewhere in that vicinity. If you remember last time again in the station country trip, I was trying to get back to Mooloomoo and end up having to camp at the Balranald Caravan Park. So yeah, it is what it is, sort of thing, you know. But certainly we'll get back down in that area somewhere before dark, and certainly there's a lot of roos, a lot of emus, so I'm not going to be still riding at 5:30, 6 o'clock, I can tell you. It's about 120 odd k's, I think, to Pooncarie, 127 or something like that. So we'll certainly get down there by a bit after 4. And we'll make a decision from there. Pooncarie certainly missed out on the rain that Ivanhoe got. Have a look how dry and dusty it is. Yeah, obviously Wilcannia, Ivanhoe got a lot of rain, and Pooncarie got nothing. Have a look at it, dusty as. I want to say the thriving hub, or the cosmopolitan necropolis. But I don't think it really describes Pooncarie. Cosmopolitan Rural Centre, something like that. Can someone help me with names for country towns? How can we describe them? How can we describe them? I need some adjectives, some describing words. So it's starting to get a bit late today. I don't think I'm going to make it to Balranald. You sort of never quite know without doing some sort of GPX planning, but I was hoping to get down towards Balranald, but I don't think I will. I think I'll just, I've turned off on the Mungo. We'll go across through the Mungo National Park, and I think we'll just find somewhere to camp there for the night. Yeah. So yeah, not stressed. It is what it is. It's just basically a case of the further south I got, the better. And this is a nice stretch of country through here. I really enjoyed this road last time I come through here. So yeah, we'll cruise across here and see where we end up. Obviously, you can see the shadows are getting fairly long, so I won't be on the road for too much longer. The main thing is, I've got some nice cold beers in my backpack. They're going to go down very well when I get to camp. Don't you love it, these outback roads? You just see endless gravel before you. Mind you, I can do without the corrugations. Lake Mungo. Interestingly enough, I haven't seen a single nearly ran over you, darling. Keep going. I haven't seen a single kangaroo since I left the Pooncarie Road. But it's way too late to be out on a motorbike. Campground's just up here, so shadows are way too long. So I think we'll pull up for the night. You know the drill. that was a big day. Very big day. Not all good, I knew it was going to be. Actually a full moon tonight. It's 6:10, I'm set up now. I'll start cooking tea in a minute after I've had a beer. Yeah, that was a big day. What is it aching? Neck's aching. Love it. Love every minute of it. Even the aching arse, I don't care. I covered some serious ground today. I'll put the Ks up on the screen, but I'm not going to add them up now. But 20 Ks out of Ballagall, Ivanhoe, Wilcannia, way back down to Menindee, down to Pooncarie, and across to Mungo. So yeah, in fact I might even put it up on the map. But yeah, that's a big day. I'm going to say probably 2/3. No, probably half was dirt, and the roads up here, crab holes. You just got to watch the surface. They've had recent rain up towards Wilcannia, and you get the forward drive tracks snaking across, and you get your front wheel in one of those. And but also too, crab holes, just depressions in the ground. There was one that was about 500 by 500, and I just managed to skip around it today. But it was about 500 deep too, so it was, you know, a washout. And if I'd have gone into that, I was over the handlebars at about 90 kilometres an hour. So just have to be real careful out here on these on the roads. They were dirt roads; they weren't even gravel roads. So yeah. But anyway, I'm going to sit here and enjoy the serenity, and cook a bit of tea, and contemplate my day tomorrow. A fair bit cruisier tomorrow. Going to drop down to Balranald, Moolameen, and head home from there. So a fair bit more cruisier today. Or tomorrow at least, yeah. Beer tastes good. Salty snack, you know the drill. So back out onto the Hay Plains now. I think this is, technically speaking, the start of the Hay Plains. Stretches out towards Balranald down there and Hay out here. Yeah, just saltbush plains, go forever, hey. Definitely need some fuel. This was pushing the range, I can tell you. In fact, I think I just ran out of fuel. Oh, fine up in Balranald this morning.